like, but completely by accident, we might... Oh, I said the Yaris would be good. Yeah, completely by accident, we might have bought a car that works. I didn't mean to do that. That's not supposed to happen. I'm supposed to do silly things, and then have it not work out for me. See, now I'm disappointed in myself, and I should be happy because, you know, we've made a good decision, we made a good purchase. I've never made a good purchase before. But, you know, now that I have made it a good purchase, and we've bought... I mean, good purchase, but okay, we could have gotten a lot more performance out of an 8.6 for around the same money, I reckon. But, like... There's an Alto Works, there's a key car, that's what we should have gone for. There's a Mini, there's what we would have used the Alto Works to get, but no, we're stuck with our minivan. I'd say stuck, it's actually alright. Well, it's not, it's definitely a minivan, it's not as big as a Yaris, so I'm not sure where I've got this idea that it's a minivan, but it has got 4 doors. So we are pulling. If this thing's rear-wheel drive, and all that kind of stuff, that'd be pretty cool. The Daihatsu Dad had was a Terios. Like, imagine that Suzuki Auto Works thing, but on stilts, essentially. Like, really, like small stilts, but still stilts. So it's trying to be a 4x4, but it is absolutely not a 4x4, you know? That's what you want to think of. I might turn off traction control and stuff. I mean, it's not like we're going to need it when we're driving our little, our baby minivan, essentially. This is going well, actually. Now, obviously, we are playing on PS2, because this is Gran Turismo. And, you know, Gran Turismo is a PS2 game. Well, Gran Turismo 3 is a PS2 game. The other Gran Turismos are a bit all over the place on the consoles. Well, I say all over the place, they're all on PlayStation. You got Gran Turismo 1, and I think Gran Turismo 2 on the original PlayStation. And you got this on PS2 and Gran Turismo 4 on PS2. Gran Turismo 4... No, right. I've played them all, except for the prologue games, and 1, 2, and 4. And a lot of people say 4 is the best one, but I've never played it, so I wouldn't be able to attest to that. And I kind of don't want to buy PS2 games because I am plagued by disk read errors. I've got a stack of... Well, we'll say a stack. I've got a stack of PS2 games. Oh, I'm a bit all over the place, I'm not paying attention. What was I trying to say? Alright. I've got a stack of PS2 games, and 3/4 of them don't work. And the 3/4 of them were the ones that I never played when I was little, when they would have worked. So that's kind of disappointing that I'll probably like never get to play those, especially because like loads of them didn't come out on the original Xbox, which I also bought recently and can record from. I've got a fair bit of setup to use my Elgato with these classic consoles, and like if you want to see it, I'll make a video where I explain how to do it, but yeah, I don't think it's that important. It should be pretty easy to figure out if you really want to do it. But like, you know, all the AV cables and stuff here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, it's good. This car has actually turned out alright for me. 4.6 seconds up from the Yaris. The Suzuki beat the Mini, which I guess is a good sign, because we were going to use that Suzuki to get a Mini, and it turns out the Suzuki looks like it's a tiny little bit better. That's another grand in the bank. I'm not going to watch any replays, just because you just saw that race. Why do you want to watch a replay of it? That's stupid. Right, well, last race of the Sunday Cup. And we might end up using this Daihatsu a little bit more than I anticipated. It probably sounds awful though. So we, and like the this Daihatsu is definitely not a meme like the 86 is. We can't be Takumi. We can't be Takumi, Dagami. I can't Japanese. I'm not gonna pretend to. Even though I do say Trueno correctly, which like that's just a tiny bit of my weeaboo, just like my inner weeaboo, just seeping through, you know. Yeah, we'll pick up an 8.6, but after we win this race, we'll get one for free. So, and then like, it's not the Sunday Cup; it's the Clubman Cup. I think is the one that comes after Sunday, and that's where we'll get an MX-5. So, actually, there is an endurance race which is for stock MX-5s only. So, like, if we upgrade the Toyota and just leave the Mazda laying around until we've got an international A license to go endurance racing, I'd say that sounds like a good idea. What do we think of the plan? You gotta plan this game out, because you don't start out with a lot of money, as you saw. And I think I went through all the cars you could buy. I think without even mentioning it, I went over the Volkswagen Beetle you can get at the start. You can get a Beetle at the start. Because there's like a Beetle one-make race, just for Beetles, but like, I think it's a bit like the Toyota Yaris race, where if you show up with one kind, all the AI will show up with a different kind of so like, if you show up in the standard Beetle, all the AI will have like the racing Beetle. I think that's what happened to me with the Yaris one. I bought the Japanese spec Yaris, and they all turned up in Euro Yarises and thrashed me, because Japanese cars, like Japanese spec cars, are slow. So I bought like the Euro spec one, and they all turned up in the racing version. And then I think I didn't have enough money. This was when I was like 8 years old, so I got super mad at the game. Good times, good times. I think it's the Clubman Cup that I got really annoyed with last year when I tried to play this game. I've tried to play this game so many times, and things always go wrong. Because I started out with the 8.6, and I got to the Clubman Cup, and there was a Toyota MRS that became like my arch nemesis. Because like the first race at the Rome circuit, that's easy. And then like there's one that's like a racetrack that goes through a canyon, where I had to like cut the last 2 corners like an absolute madman to win. And then I think at the very last track of the championship, which I can't remember, I just could not win, and I had to reload that race so many times until I got a different roster of opponents, and like I'd qualify every single time to get myself a better start and all this, just so that I could beat this MRS. That's why I hate the MRS so much. The MR2 I'm fine with. I don't mind MR2s. I think the SW20 looks cool. Yeah, that's in this game. I want to try and get one of those. But I hate the MRS. Just hate it. And it's just because of this game. Alright, well, we're going to come across the line and win our 8.6 Toyota, which is going to be pretty damn cool indeed. And that'll wrap up the beginner entrance championship. 2 seconds up from a Honda Civic that I couldn't afford. Can you believe it? That's Shingo being a nerd again. Although that Civic is front wheel drive, so what do you expect? Actually, I want to find out about this Daihatsu because I know nothing about it. So, oh wait, this is my Toyota.